Well, hello there, Uber-Tuber-Ubers and Tuberettes around the world and around, you say, several other worlds too, at least. Hey, let's just take the entire solar system, okay? That's our turf, baby, okay? It's a short talk at the trailer park with an old guy, and I think you know who that might be. But just in case you were wondering, that would be me. I'll be 66 pretty soon in a couple of weeks, maybe two or three. Maybe you could send me a happy birthday wishes card in the mail with like several $1,000s attached. Because see, these guys, they won't send me any money. So it's a Tuesday afternoon, and I'm trying to cut back on beer this week. And so I did pretty good last week. Let's see, so far this week, Sunday, I bought a six pack, and then I didn't buy any on Monday. But let's see here. Yeah, so here it is Tuesday afternoon. So basically, I've had almost 1 quart right now. I'm not really quite done, but I've been drinking for about an hour. 1 quart and one six pack in technically 3 days, set Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm doing okay. I don't really know that I actually want to stop drinking beer, but there is a very strong. It's like a mouth hand. Yeah, it's like habits with that cigarette thing, and especially when you have a can of beer or a bottle of beer in one hand and one of those in the other. So tobacco lifts you up, kind of boosts you, and alcohol puts you back down, kind of makes you sleepy and stuff. And so it's sort of like a stretching contest, but the one goes with the other, and so. I've noticed that if I'm not going to be smoking, and it's been now 4 weeks and plus, so I'm doing okay there. But two cheats so far, and they haven't been bad cheats. Just about 3/8 or a half inch of tobacco on a couple of cigarette butts that I found. You're getting grim when you're looking around on the ground for cigarette butts that may still be okay for a blast or two. That's just sad, man. And so, well, I'm not. It's not like I'm going over to parking lots on purpose. It's not like I can just go hang around the Walmart parking lot because I know there'll be a lot of cigarette butts out there. Oh boy, with hard times coming, maybe an ethos like that might not be so bad. There was a lady I know who passed away. She had that blasted shot, the warp needle shot. 4 weeks later, she was pushing up daisies, and I'm awfully confident that I know why. But the point is that she used to do that. She'd go looking around town, go walking around looking for spare change on the ground, and cigarette butts laying on the ground so she could smoke some. And so anyhow, the forum of economic experts out there. I was listening to Clayton, and there's another guy. I forgot his name now. I wish I could remember these things. Big retailers, Walmart, McDonald's, others, are indicating that there's trouble up ahead financially, big trouble coming on. There's news that the banks are going to have real estate value loans, commercial real estate, which is going to take a lot of banks out. It's going to destroy a lot of banker biz because these loans are all coming due, and commercial real estate is tanking badly. The big car makers like Ford, I mean, they can barely give away their stuff. They're having huge problems, and so we're looking at really the Fed trying to somehow take a capsizing, or it's like the dollar has already, in those movies in World War II, the Japanese kamikaze pilots, the plane would be hit, it'd be trailing smoke, but he'd still be coming in, and he'd land right on the U.S. destroyer or something, right? Boom, because he's got a bomb on his plane, or his plane is a bomb. And so it's like that smoking trail, going down. Well, that's where the dollar is right now. It's that thing falling through the air with smoke coming off it. And when it crashes, it's going to go kaboom. There's a lot of people going to be hurt, and it's going to be ugly. So I was thinking, in terms of with the loneliness thing, I got all this stuff rolling around in my head, and I really have nobody to talk to. And sure enough, the Christians want nothing to do with me over there at the church. I can't get any of them to talk to me about this stuff. So at any rate, what are you going to do? So I thought, well, I'd go over to CR, and we'll see. I was underwhelmed, okay? Let's put it that way. It wasn't a huge warm welcome, and it wasn't like a wonderful, exciting thing to happen. But I'll go back for a week or two more and see how it goes. And I'm planning on spending more time with Diane. and we'll go see that movie tomorrow night. We were supposed to go tonight, but she got online and you couldn't find 2 seats. See, I still have a hard time getting used to the idea that you go online to buy seats. What is that? But anyway, it's like things are getting badly out of control. But she couldn't find 2 seats next to each other, and I said, well, if I just don't take a shower, then maybe that'd be a better idea anyhow. But anyhow, so she's going to try to find 2 for tomorrow. And so I'm going to have to make sure I get off work on time. Johnny, what's right? Johnny comes split or something. I don't know. Be on time. So anyhow, I just wanted to talk with you just a little bit today, and looking at this, I've been thinking part of what's been happening to me lately, and I don't know, maybe you're this way too. I've been feeling that there's something big out there, something we don't want, something we would call it bad. It's going to happen soon. It's coming, and it's going to hit us all. And I couldn't put my finger on it. I just, but I knew it was coming. And so I'm looking now, and I'm thinking maybe it is this economic stuff. This business with Walmart and McDonald's warning ahead of time that their markets are drying up, that people are just simply not buying from them anymore the way they used to. Why? Because they don't have any money. Because these Bidenomics, with all their free money that they put in the system, has ruined the dollar. It's blown it up. It's devalued it, and it's devaluing it as we speak. It's the greatest case of grand theft since ever. And these so-called Bidenomics, they're going to destroy this land. Well, at any rate, I got to thinking that maybe the big ugly thing is the economic thing. So here's the answer. Find real people. In my case, go talk to people at CR, okay? If you can't talk to people at church, can't talk to your neighbors, can't talk to your workmates, can't talk to your family, find somebody, a human being to connect with, that you can share these fears and these ideas, and to spread the urging, to spread the good news of Jesus Christ. In other words, to be an exhorter for good in the midst of all this chaos and BS and lies. All of this is temporary. All of this is passing away. All of this is like a bad dream when you wake in the morning. We just haven't woke up yet. But there comes a day when the great waker-upper himself stands on the stage of reality, and he changes everything. He calls into being a new world. He calls into being the destruction of the enemy, a place, some kind of lake of fire thing, where hell itself is thrown into there. Don't ask me. But the point is, it's a terrible fate. Don't go there, friend. Don't go there. Say the magic words, I fear God. And we seek forgiveness, right? We seek that's the whole idea. And so they did get that right at CR last night. They stressed that idea over and over again. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. And we've got to learn how to forgive real people in this real time. So if you're married, pay attention to your mate. And if you're not, then stay single. That's my opinion, and I think I agree with Apostle Paul. But the point is that we need to connect with human beings, because that's the bridge where he speaks. Where they're trying to communicate to you exclusively is through this interweb connection right here, through the internet. And they want you to plug that thing right directly into your head. Don't go there. Never go. If the government offers you that for free, if the government offers to pay you for that, don't do it. Don't do it. So at any rate, I think that the big thing that's coming, and so it was freaking me out. It's making me feel like ugly, making me feel scared, and all alone. What do I do? What do I do? And so I thought the thing to do is to talk to God and talk to human beings. So I hope that's good for you. I hope that helps you a little bit somewhere, that maybe you can find someone, maybe you should make amends. Maybe you've got some old hard feelings, and the times are rough coming ahead. Maybe it's time to straighten up the books and to get rid of all the old dark junk on the record, and we need to make peace with our brothers while we can, before the lights go out. the light is only lasting a little bit more time, and then when the darkness comes, all we can do is hang on. We're not building much at all at that time. Now, of course, the Spirit of God, He can do anything. He can continue to build His Spirit, His church, right up until the end, and I believe He shall. But there comes a time when our work is done, when the darkness descends upon the earth, The humans then are sent into a place where we are simply waiting patiently in prayer and calling upon Him in faith. And so it becomes a prayer life at that time. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But the important thing is, it won't do you no darn hurt. It won't hurt you none to go out and make friends. It won't hurt none just to lean across the fence and say howdy to your neighbor. You know, I've seen you 100 times, and damn it, why don't I know your name? And tell me your name again. And you know, and so, stop. I'm just going to write it down. That way I can't forget it. and let them know that you care. Let them know that you're there. And let them know that the great God Himself, He's the one who comes calling, looking for His children. And He looks by speaking questions of truth and telling you answers that will make your life go click. I get it. I get it. And what I get is that all these years I was loved. It was just so hard for me to I couldn't admit it. I just couldn't. It seemed like an insult to Him. and to me, the way that if you are displaying love, then you're defending the other person from harm. And what if I am the great harm that I could protect you from? So for me to drive you off and put distance between you and me, that's love. Why? Because it defends you from me. Most people just won't even consider that. But to me, that was the only way I could understand love. But now I'm growing, I'm changing some. But I still think the old way of looking at it still makes pretty good sense to me. So anyway, you guys have a good night and flourish and grow and God love you. There's another day coming, a new day coming where things will be working right and there won't be any Bidens or any others at the top to foul things up or muddy the waters. True leadership comes from the King, and He is going to lead us to the true home, and He's already done so in principle. We are already raised with Christ and seated with Him, and it's a wondrous thing. So come on in, join in, and it let it be part of your testimony too. It don't cost you nothing, and it will make you rich. You have a good day.